Pretty good out there. Welcome to another edition of Leo's Corner. Um, as always, we're continuing the theme of this month. And of course, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my chain. And this month, uh, as everyone know, our theme is restoration. And I've been uh, uh, um, going over uh, certain phases of each one that I've been talking about, and it's been four phases. And the first phase that we discussed was gutting. You got to gut it out. That was phase one. Sometimes we have, when we get through the process of restoration, we have to get rid of anything that needs to go, uh, anything that's outdated or unsound and unpleasant, and that may include getting rid of all the old furniture, everything in your house. And then sometimes while you're doing it, you may not get rid of everything, but you may have to sand it down, resurface it to recode it. Um, and what that means is you got to get rid of every lie, every false identity, everything that you claimed, everything that has happened to even begin to gut it out, so you can begin to uh, go into the second phase, which is planning. See, once you gut it, you could start seeing the structural identity of it. You could begin to see the integrity of the pieces that's in your home. And you can begin to plan how you want to go about handling the processes. Like I said, you may want to restore some old furniture, and you may want to just go ahead and bring in some new furniture, or you may want to leave a space open. But that that allows you to allow God to order your steps. See, we may make plans, but God order our steps. But when only way we can allow him to come in and do that is that we got to clean out everything. We got to gut it out, right? And now that brings us to uh, where we're at now, which is laying the foundation. Okay. And laying the foundation before you can start adding to your house. After you done planned, you have to make sure that your foundation is safe and well built, right? Because how can I say it? God is not a cheap handyman who cuts corners, right? So you shouldn't cut corners with God, right? When he decides to build something, he's a masterpiece that will last forever. It's going to last the test of time. So the things that you'll go through. It's like almost like trees outside. They be so rooted. You'll see trees that's been here for 100, 200, 300, 400 years because they have a strong foundation, strong root. You see houses that last for like 100, 200, 100 something years that has a strong foundation, but sometimes they may have to go back and redo some things to make it even stronger because throughout the years, through storms, it get a little wobbly, get a little shaky. And then sometimes they got to restore the home, because it's been around a while. Well, sometimes that's how God is. God wants our foundation to be strong, and sometimes he has to replace some things in our foundation, right? So a lot of times, once we reject those lies that we believe, the God will start spending his time replacing all those lies with truth and really establishing your identity in him. So now you have a strong foundation in his love. Does that make sense? So, because now that your foundation is strong in his love, now your foundation can withstand them storms and withstand them rainy days, withstand those winds. And in other words, it doesn't necessarily mean those things don't come, but you have a foundation that is so grounded in God's love that you have faith. No matter what happens, you'll be content in it. Does that make sense? So with that, we have the three phases again: gutting, planning, and now laying a foundation. Your foundation, like you see construction workers when they do certain things and lay down the strong that we can handle anything walking on top of us. And that means we can denounce any lie. We can denounce any falseness. We can denounce rather on the focus on the things that just keeping us away from him. All right. So let's whatever we got to do today, whatever we have to do to restore who we are, gut it out. Like I said, gut it out, plan it, gut it out so you can begin to clear out that nonsense and stop living off the lies and the false identities that you have, or clean out those people and those things or those situations or those past moments that you don't need anymore. Clear them out. And then now that you clear them out, begin to plan, but let God order your step because he's the ultimate project manager. Begin to let him guide you. Okay. Begin to let him set the plans together. So now that the plans together, all you got to do is take action, right? Now that you've planned, now let's hey Yvette, now let's go ahead and lay that foundation. Let's go get that cement. Let God lay the foundation for you, so you can begin to stand firm. Because remember, once now that we got the plans and now that we got it, now God's plan for laying the foundation is he once we reject those lies, once we replace those lies with God's truth, then he starts to establish our identity in him so that he can build a strong foundation in his love. But that can't be done if your house is clouded and you're trying and you keep making the same plans and keep doing the same things over and over again. So now you got to let him come in as the project manager and begin to help you with your plans, begin to help you the which way to go forward, what to put in your house, what will look like in your house. He's the ultimate house builder. He's the ultimate decorator. He'll help you decorate your house in a way that it'll be beautified at the end, which we'll talk about next week. So remember, gut, plan, and lay the foundation. Next week, we'll talk about beautifying it. All right. So I hope that helped, and I hope everyone got something out of it. Um, 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 I just bless everyone be restored in a way that you can, because everybody's going through things, whether it's lost ones, whether it's dealing with family things. Some people are dealing with um, you all being single mothers, trying to take on kids by yourself. Some of you are wives trying to deal with your husbands, trying to be there as a wife, trying to do work, trying to be there for the kids, it's just a lot for you all. And some of you have lost your identity. Some of you have believed some of the lies that you've told yourself. Some of you are going through things that are not in your control, but God is always in control. So what you have to do is begin to step away from them lies that the devil is telling you. See, that's where your Ephesians 6 uh um uh war suit come on. You gotta stand in God's truth. You gotta put on some comfortable shoes that you can wear, because sometimes when you go peace, because they're comfortable, soft, something that's going to be comfortable. You want to put on a helmet of salvation that's going to help your thoughts. You want to put on your breastplate so you can protect your heart, because our heart will trick us into thinking things that are real that are not real. And we got to protect our heart. We got to wear our shield. We got to keep our Bible, because that's our sword, because the devil is shooting fiery arrows every day. So so to be restored, you got to get into the word. You got to start praying. You got to be around people who are encouraging, who helps build you up, who are doing positive things, and who are followers of Christ. You got to get yourself around them, because if not, you'll be sitting in a crammed up house, falling apart house, bad foundation, and just sitting in the house alone by yourself, isolated in them thoughts. And that's not what we want. And whatever you do, go to him. Cast all that stuff onto him, because he's the ultimate project manager. He's the ultimate house designer. He's the ultimate bricklayer. He's the ultimate everything. So just leave it to him and he can help you and help you deal with those things. All right. I know I went a little over and I didn't mean to go into all of that, but I just felt led to do that because I know as women, and not that men don't go through it, but y'all handle a lot in dealing with the kids and being wives, or if you're not wives, being single moms, especially if you got boys, trying to raise boys and going to schools here, then trying to deal with this, then come back, cook, clean, stuff like that. And sometimes you lose everything. You lose your purpose. You lose who you are. You lose your sight. You start believing that you're nothing, that all you're good for is just to cook. All you're good for is just to be a mom. All you're good for, but see, you flip that and tell the devil that I'm a virtuous woman. I'm a Proverbs 31 woman, and I'm here to live a virtuous life. And these things are part of virtuous life. So that begins with changing your mindset and putting on that helmet of salvation. So you know in your heart, you cast out that wickedness and know what God got you here for. So keep walking strong, keep being strong, keep your head up, keep being the best mom you could be, keep being the best wife you could be, keep being the best woman you could be, keep just being the best godly woman you could be. Because God plus you equals transformation, period. God plus you equals transformation, and can nobody take that away from you. All right. So y'all enjoy the rest of your morning. Be good, be safe, and I appreciate y'all. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.